It's not even 6:00, well, okay.
6:01.
We're good.
Ready?
We're ready.
Good evening. Thank you for coming to the council meeting for our regular council meeting, July 17th. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Joe, would you give the invocation?
Well, we just thank you for this beautiful day. We thank you for the opportunity to come and meet with our community and to serve. We just pray that you're over this meeting, that your will, the will of the community, and the needs of the community are at the forefront of all the discussions and our decisions today. Pray and thank you for the blessings. We pray that you be with those who are traveling with families that are impacted by the weather in the hill country. We just pray for your continued presence in their lives and over those communities. Just thank you for who you are. Bless this city and the residents in Jesus' name.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any communication from the audience?
No, sir.
Okay, consent agenda items. I'd like to approve the minutes of the council meeting from June 19th.
Motion that we approve the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, let's talk roads. Everybody knows about Ivanhoe Drive. It's under construction. The hump is gone. It's been smoothed out. Everyone should be happy about that. The planned completion of their portion of the road from Ivanhoe, from the main entrance at the highway to Camelot Dam should be complete by the end of this month. I haven't confirmed this, but I believe that Texas Materials is going to pick up and go from Camelot to Charmaine Drive East under the grant that's being funded by GLO through Joe Blacksher and our county commissioners. I'll be happy when all of that's done. Lake Camelot Circle has been completed. It was completely dug up and redone from the sub-base up, and we've accepted that. 22nd Street had sections of it that were dug completely up and redone from the sub-base up to the asphalt. That is now completed. The same goes for Galahad Loop. There were sections of that had to be torn up completely and redone from the ground up. That has been completed. Lakewood Drive has been completed. That's our newest road. It's really something. Elite Construction came in and did a jam-up job, kept us all informed, and they stayed at it until it was done, and it's really been a pleasure to deal with them. So from Camelot Dam to the middle of Tristan Dam has been completed. The only portion left is the S-turn from the middle of Tristan Dam to where the tree was. The engineering firm is working diligently on that last piece of Lakewood at the S-turn. There's some technical questions that they're wrestling with. I've already mentioned Ivanhoe Drive is going to be done by the end of the month. I don't have a start date from when the rest of Ivanhoe Drive is going to be done, but it should be pretty quick after they get finished with what they're doing for us. Lake Ivanhoe Dam has been put out to bid. We should be getting the bids back the 17th. Is that it? So we should have the bid opening on the 17th, I believe. Don't hold my feet to the fire on the date, but it's coming up fast. Resilient Community Grant still is in process. The grant with the grant administrator. With the recent events in Fredericksburg, I've asked them to include language for early warning system for wind, rain, tornadoes, hurricanes, fire, and rising water. It's basically a wish list for an early warning system. The office telephone system is working as one would expect, and everyone's becoming used to the new system. It's really nice to be able to transfer calls in the office now. Also, when people call in, they don't get a busy signal, and we don't get a beep in our ear. The police department's on their game, and Public Works continues to perform at a very high level, and I'm happy to report that the city continues to move forward with a very bright future. Chief, you're up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For the month of June, we have 54 calls for service, 17 citations reissued, 6 warnings, 1 arrest for narcotics. Couple things. First one, continue to watch your animals. We're having reports of animals showing up that ran away from homes or being dumped. Dogs are not allowed to be tied to fixed objects. That's a law that was passed last legislative session. Dogs cannot be attached to stationary objects. They have to, if they're going to be outside and tied up, they need to be on a run. So when the dog actually has a way of actually moving. So you can't tie it to a tree or to a porch or something like that.
So it used to be that it had to be a 10-foot lanyard or something, but it didn't have anything to do with a fixed object, but now it does?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they need to be able to have, they can be outside like on a run or on a, if they're staked, as long as they have that ability to run and move around. With the fixed objects, they were getting to the point they were wrapping around and getting tied up, and then it was actually choking the dogs down. So that's the reason why, that's some of the reasons why they went and changed it. Let's see here. Gotta have food and shelter and water available for the dogs. Reminder, all calls for service need to go through the Tyler County Sheriff's Office or through the City of Ivanhoe during the business day. We do not take calls for service or respond to Facebook postings, TikTok postings, Snapchat postings, calling the mayor or calling a council member. That's not appropriate ways to get in touch with us. If you need to report something, it needs to come directly to us or to the sheriff's office. When you reach out to the mayor or the council member, it actually puts you in a bad situation, abusing your positions, and that's the last thing we want to happen. Let's see here. So please help us help y'all by reporting it the right way. Let's see here. Another issue, let's see. Lastly, just a reminder, you have to have a driver's license to operate a golf cart. We're still seeing kids operating golf carts. During the July 4th holiday weekend, we had a lot of people from out of town. And I think we addressed it with at least 20. Anything moving forward, we're just issuing citations to them. The kids are going to get a citation for operating a golf cart without license, and the parents are going to get issued a citation as well. I think we've given enough warning, enough notice. We've talked about this a couple of months. We're just going to move forward with issuing citations. Let's see here. That's it. Any questions for the police department?
No, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Marshall.
Now we're working. Okay, it's been wild and hectic and crazy. We started our head walls in earnest, and the guys are doing jam up so far. I don't know how long they're going to be able to keep the pace up, but they are doing a really good job. 210 bags in 2 days isn't bad. That's just a start. We've still got somewhere between 31 and 36 head walls to build. That number fluctuates. Part of those are in the schedule on the contract. The other part of those are an evaluation type deal. If we look at it and think, we really need a head wall on that one, the money is there to pay for it.
So how many bags have y'all put out?
Just 210 in the last 2 days.
That's 16,800 pounds.
I'm sure it feels like it to those guys. And we've only got like, I don't know, 7,000 more bags to go.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job with that. Bear with them. They'll be fine. Since January, and I have to do it this way because the computer's not running the program just right, but since January 2025, we've put out 83 work orders. That comes to about 14 a month. We only work 4 days a week. So that comes to about 4 work orders completed in a week's time. And understand, some of these work orders can take up to 2 or 3 days for one. So the numbers may sound a little skewed in the wrong direction, but a lot of those took several days to do. Got a phone call today from TxDOT, and they had told me here a few weeks back that they were going to change the stop sign up at Mill Creek and the highway, that it just wasn't up to their standards. So they came out today and gave us our old one back and put up a brand new one that's a lot more reflective, quite a bit larger, and quite a bit taller. But now it's on them because they have installed this one. So if you don't see it, don't call me, call TxDOT. We appreciate them doing that. Appreciate
Absolutely.
them staying in touch with us and working with us. They've done a really good job with that. Really, that's about it on the roads. I mean, we're trying to keep up. I told the guys I was going to try and run them 3 days hard on these culverts, these head walls, and try and take a day to take care of some local business that needs to be taken care of if it's high profile, high emergency, high priority. So we'll see how that works. It's new to all of us, so bear with us.
So, question.
Sure.
Work orders.
Mhm.
Just for the community to understand, could include a culvert being put in for
Sure.
a piece of property.
Sure.
Could be as simple as fixing a pothole.
Sure.
What other types of things are work orders?
Field and blade, where we come in and dump material and blade the whole road smooth
My whole
again.
road is washed out. I need
Yep.
work. That's a work order.
Yep, that's one work order. I mean, anything we do, there's a work order, so we can keep up with it, have a record back for whatever we need, if we ever need it. And it always has address, phone number, who, what, when, where, who worked on it, what equipment, how long they worked. We actually bill it out on the computer.
Yeah.
And so far, I think since January, had we billed out, we would have billed out somewhere around $163,000 worth of work. So they're busy. They're busy. And that's always open. Somebody wants to come see it, more than happy to show them the tech end of our business.
Understood.
Let them take a look at it. And I have done that on several, and they said, oh, we didn't know that. So
Thank you for that clarification.
you bet. Anytime, Joe, whatever you need.
So Jessica Dadone at Langford asked how long it would take to, once got started, and you told me 39 days. I passed that on, and her response was fantastic.
Okay, good. So that means in actuality, it's going to be about 63.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I don't know what it's going to be. Somewhere around that 39 to 49, somewhere in there. I mean, those were ballpark figures. So she's happy with that.
She's
We're
happy with
thrilled.
that.
Yeah.
I wanted to pass that on to you.
Okay. And there's always the option. I think I have maybe some money in the overtime if we need to crank it up a notch. I'm sure these guys would be willing to work 5 days a week. Just a thought. Just a
Okay.
thought. That's about all I have on the roads, unless y'all have some questions.
Thanks, David.
Okay. Moving along to the dams.
Let's see the numbers real quick.
Our monthly inspections look good. No major issues. I believe, Skip, you can help me out on this one. I don't know what we're still waiting on whoever for this hole here. I know that's kind of,
Yeah, we need to sit down and talk about Galahad Dam and how we're going to move forward, because
Okay.
we're not going to do anything with that until
Till
we
we
get
do
the
that?
folks out here to
Okay.
start on this. And
okay.
I'm kind of waiting for the new fiscal year.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Okay.
No problem. No problem. Some of you might have noticed we did try to start running our herbicide operations on the dams. We had to do something. Bobby, you and I think Randy came up with some of the aquatic herbicide that we could use just for us to try. It works really well, so we're going to find out how to get that and start using that, keep the grass off of it, out between the cracks, and just looking better, taking care of it like we need to. Okay? No questions on the dams? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I was looking for a number here. Ms. Williams, you're up. David, we'll get together on the numbers.
All right. Planning and Zoning Committee is bringing you 2 ordinances. The first one is 152080. And while we print out the entire thing, we actually just made like 2 small changes in this particular one. At the accessory and dwelling unit paragraph, we wanted to make sure to add the word short-term rental in it. Accessory dwelling unit is a secondary living space that is on site with primary living space that may be contained within the space structure as a primary or may be contained in a separate structure. Occupants of secondary living spaces typically include caretaker, servant, farm worker, employed owner, short-term rental, or a guest family member of the occupancy. This would allow them to use, say, their retrofitted 1,600-foot square, whatever, as that, or if the mother-in-law passes, they can use that as rental property as well for short-term leases. And for the 081 section, we added 1 line underneath the first paragraph where under no circumstances shall a storage building be converted. We have changed it to shall a storage building under 600 square foot be used or converted for habitation. This allows any of the sheds or anything else that is already pre-existing there to be used that inspected by the city and be able to use as a short-term rental if needed. Questions, comments?
So this is our second time to look at these. We didn't vote on it last time. Questions or discussions about this? Are we ready to?
What's the short time? What is that?
So short-term rentals is anything under 30 days.
Okay.
This is a lot of the Airbnbs. We currently have around 30 in our community, and we are a beautiful community, so there's no telling how many more will come about. We wanted to be able to prepare our legal standing before we branched into, oh no, our entire community is Airbnbs. So we wanted a clear definition on this and make sure that it is covered under the short-term rental versus the long-term rentals.
Mayor, I will make a motion that we approve ordinance 152080 as written,
Which is ordinance 2025 double.
2025-001.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it. Second
Okay.
motion.
All in favor?
Accept that.
Aye.
Okay, so along with Airbnbs, everybody was trying to redo our whole building thing when actually an Airbnb is classified by state policy as a business. So we went to our business section at 110. The only thing that we had currently under there was like yard sales and personal home businesses. So we added some words into there where under the definition of home business, we added short-term rental or occupation so that it will cover that.
So I didn't hear Justin or Karen. We had a motion and a second.
Sorry.
Well, I think we need to have a little more conversation before we move on with the vote, my personal opinion. Just for clarification's sake, the 2025-001 is just clarifying definitions in what
Just a
is
definition.
short-term rental, okay. In that
Just
case-
so the building can be used as a short-term
Right,
rental.
okay. That's what I was thinking, we wanted to make sure. So
Okay.
with that, I will vote yay.
And so will I.
Okay,
Thank you. Okay, for the second one,
motion carries.
sorry. All right, we addressed the home business aspect of the Airbnb. So while the original ordinances only cover yard sales, home businesses, this actually adds in the term short-term rental, which is a term used by the state, so that it is got a clear definition of less than 30 days to be able to do there. We added that into the home business part. And under B, we added the second line of short-term rentals will require an annual permit on file with the city. This allows the city to know where they are, who owns the property, and how much is going. We spoke about this last time, and then using the iWorks program to be able to keep track of who, what, when, and where, which y'all did like the price. The pricing was steep, but we did come up with a suggested list, but I was told that we need to get that in a full form to give it to you. So we can get the full numbers of our recommendations for pricing so that it will cover the iWorks program. Okay. The second part is, y'all wanted to be able to make sure that there was penalties along with it in case people are refusing to sign up, so that our community and our safety is taken care of. So under penalty, we have changed the wordings to any person found in violation of this chapter shall be required to pay the permit fee plus a fine. The fine shall not be less than the amount of the permit fee, but not more than the double the permit fee. Failure to comply will result in fees and penalties that shall compound yearly, which means our suggested rate for a primitive camping site, yes, we do have one who is already on Airbnb here, would be $50 for the permit. That's great, they pay it, then all of a sudden the year they skip, they owe for the permit fee and the penalty of no more than $100, because that is no more than double that. The second year they do it, it will add on that extra $100, double it every year after that. And we wanted to keep the fees reasonable, so we were looking at anything less than 599 square feet, which is primitive camping to us, for $50 on our fees. 600 to 999 square feet is 150 recommendation, and anything over 1,000 square feet would be 250. We will bring those numbers so you can actually have a visualization of the chart. And then we'll log it with the city.
Very good.
Any questions?
Any questions, discussion?
So that, we think the fees have to be that high to be able to cover the charge. How much is our software charges?
Last I was told about $2,500. We have about 30 of them right now, and if we put it at this level, anything over 1,000 feet, which is a pretty good size home or a decent size home, that rents out for a weekend is usually anywhere about $150 a night to $300 if it is on lakefront property, which would more than cover if we made sure everybody paid their fees as needed.
So it's not a money grab, it's
No.
trying to cover the cost of iWorks. There might be a little surplus there, but it's not enough to make much of a difference. For security reasons, it gives us a list of where the Airbnbs are, who the owners are, with contact information for the police department if there's any security issues that go on. I know that we had one of them that ended up being a big party with fist fights that wound up in the lake, required police activity. I don't know that we knew who the owner was at the time or who to contact.
Right.
Those kind of things should not happen.
No.
So you'll have the fee list the next council meeting.
We will give you the fee list next council meeting, and the wording will stay the same. So it will be the cost of the permit plus double it for the fine, and then it will occur annually for that.
So will that be a separate ordinance, or will it be tied to this one? My question is, are we ready to move forward with this without the permit fees?
Yes.
Okay.
You can absolutely do that. The old ordinance literally said $10 to $200, which inflation and all that, I don't want to put a number in our ordinances, but apply it directly in our permit fees like we do for inspections and such.
Good call.
That
Good
way
job. Thank
can
you.
change.
So are there any questions or further discussion?
I would personally like to see all of it in one bundle before we move forward with anything, just so that we're not bouncing back and forth, my personal opinion.
the money would not actually be tied to the ordinances, because ordinances are not running from a financial perspective. It is written just to get the word of law in there. Then the city would actually have our permit fee, like our inspector comes in to inspect a house.
Fully aware of that.
Y'all don't
My
have to
same
change
stance.
it, you don't have to change it in council of how much it's actually charged, correct? It's changed by the city in general.
When you talk annually, are you talking from the time that they set it up, or are you talking January 1st to December? And if it's not, if it is January, are you going to go ahead and prorate?
I believe in iWorks, it's going to allow you some leeway on that, and it will go literally from the day you pay to not, until we set it up another way. That will be up to the programmer. That if you would like that wording in there, we can say prorated by, but who are we gonna give that power and authority to?
Right, well, but like I'm saying, because you're not gonna have everybody come in unless.
January 1st, right.
Unless we start at January 1st, give them 30, I just want.
Yeah,
So it's
like a-
not, okay, well, it's December, now you gotta pay this, and then.
December and January's.
Yeah, so just kind of think about that.
Yes. So, leeway? Okay. We can set it and put wording in there that will allow for a prorate. I probably wouldn't do more than like a 6-month leeway,
Right.
because it is what it is. I mean, they're going to either follow the rules or they're not by the end of it.
How does someone stop? If they decided to stop
Renting out their property.
their property?
They just stop by the office and tell her, hey, I'm not doing any short-term rentals in this property anymore. And we remove them from the file.
But if they keep it on, if we see it still on VRBO or Airbnb, even though they've told us, I'm just thinking
Yes.
out loud a little bit, if we, if they say that, hey, well, I'm not gonna pay the fee, I'm not gonna rent, but we still see the property listed,
Then they're in violation of the ordinance. Because being listed means you're available.
and then it's gonna be managed by, who's gonna enforce?
Enforcement will be up to the city and the city council to be able to enforce the rules. But the program itself will send out reminders, from what I understand, to let them know that they should be paying yearly. And it will actually go in there with a click a button by Haley, tell them which ones are already listed on Airbnb and Vrbo. So it double checks its system. They are working with other companies to see, as new apps come out, they will start back checking those as well. But that's always in process and in flux.
It's like hotels.com, I know there's one or two on that site. I don't know if they're on the other sites, but I do know that they're on like the hotel.com.
Okay.
So Haley, isn't there a module within iWorks that's specifically for this type of activity, short-term leases?
That's a package that we would have to purchase, that would be $2,500. We would have a package in it specifically for Airbnb, VRBOs, and if iWorks has access to their database.
So they would be the ones that would manage the database for us.
They manage the Airbnb and the VRBO database, yes, and then they cross it into iWorks, and that's how we are able to pull up that information.
So it's not a lot of extra work on behalf or being imposed upon the city. We would just have access to data.
Again, who's gonna enforce it?
The police department.
We send them a note saying that they're in violation of the ordinances, just like if they left trash out in the middle of the
I
road.
think the chief has something to say on the topic.
Say what?
No, we
send them a
we
letter
haven't
through the
really
mail.
we haven't really talked about it, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, with other ordinances, what you do is realize they're a violation, you talk to them, you speak with them, you try to set boundaries, and then you let them know, and if they don't, then you send them the official letter saying, hey, you broke the rules. So,
So who's speaking to them?
speaking it, I would assume the city, once they find out that it has not been listed.
Well, since it's a city ordinance, I think code enforcement gets involved here, and presently, it's my understanding we don't have a code enforcement officer, and
The last
obviously,
one we
the mayor
did-
and the chief had some chatting to do, which, in
Code
my opinion,
enforcement is running through the police department. So we've taken all code enforcement operations over in the police department.
right.
Thank you.
So with that said, would you have an issue, I mean, obviously, you and the mayor need to discuss what's going on with this ordinance, Because you said that was news to you.
This is new to me.
So,
We haven't, Steve and I have not really sat down and talked about the ins and outs of this, but I don't think it's a big deal.
I make a motion, we table this until the mayor and chief of police have an opportunity to discuss things, and we come back next month with everything all in one package, so we know what we're looking at instead of a piece at a time, so that everybody fully understands what we're looking at.
So the changes you would like to see is just the chart of fees?
The chart of fees,
Their conversation is a must,
uh,
yes,
Yeah, that's my take on it.
from P and Z, and the only thing you need from us is a chart of fees.
Correct.
I think we need to see a budget on what we think with the current properties that we
Okay.
think we have and the fees that we think would apply to those properties versus the cost of the software, what that looks like.
Alrighty,
What that budget is, does that create a surplus? Does that create a negative to the budget? What is that impact to the budget based on current properties that we see?
I won't know until we get the program.
So it's impossible to know.
I mean, I could.
we can
I
give
could go
estimates.
through the VRBO and Airbnbs individually.
So can we come up with can we come up with some idea? Do we have any idea today of the properties that we have?
Today?
No, we have about 30 of them listed from what I was last told, but what sizes, and if we're going to go along with the sizes, that's gonna be a little different for each
Could
one.
we get like a small data pool, out of those 30, maybe pull five or six, 2 out of each,
Okay,
the ones that you wanna do, so it kinda gives us a idea.
okay.
Just
I can
kinda-
get you the basic primitive county that's still listed,
just
the Airbnbs, how much they're
one or
charging
two
a
on
night.
One or two on each, just so we know.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I think there's only one being primitive right now that's being publicized. Now, if it's not being publicized,
Right.
we won't
okay,
know.
and I completely understand. It's so it kinda gives us
A feel for it.
Apple for apple and.
okay, no problem.
I can assist on some of the budget stuff if you need me to. You know, I'm certainly available to help with that.
Yep, on that.
No, I know you will.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
certainly, just so we know, so we can appropriately, I think, do a budget on it and have an idea of the fees. 'Cause I don't have a feel for that today.
I can help, try to figure it out too, just,
Okay.
just let me know what I can do to help.
I will contact you. Thank you for passing the first one, and we'll get you more information for the second one.
So I think, if you want to amend your motion maybe to
Yes.
include the budget, then maybe
I will amend my motion to include budget, language on the fee schedule, and language of enforcement is, my motion.
and I would second that motion.
I don't know that a motion is required. She has instructions on
Okay.
what's
All right.
required or what we're looking for, so
Okay.
that's fine. Let's see. Tyler County Appraisal District, we don't have anything to report on that. Consider for discussion the ordering of the general election for November the 4th of 2025. This is just a formality. We don't have any other place to go to manage our election. I'd like to have a motion to be able to move forward with that.
So moved.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
I,
Motion carries.
we don't know their fee structure yet either, do we?
I don't have any numbers at all. I won't have them until,
They really do.
they won't have anything from the county or the schools until July the 25th or 29th, and then ours will come sometime after that. Ms. Williams, where'd she go?
Disappeared.
She's had enough. Where's number 6? Just did that. Okay. Oh, yeah, we got the numbers, but her report is Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry.
You-
I was wondering why everybody's looking at me when I walked in.
All right, you're up.
All right. So sorry. All financial documents and bank statements were sent to council on July 14th, including the account financial reports and reconciliation details for each account. The state comptroller direct deposited $7,787 on July 11th for sales and use taxes that were collected in May and reported to the comptroller in June. Last month, the sales tax deposit was $7,587. The June ad valorem taxes were received July 8th, totaling $9,303, with $7,568 going to maintenance and operations and $1,735 for the interest and sinking fund. We received no payment for Ivanhoe North. The Texas class interest rates remained around 4.2% through another month. There's nothing new to report with Citizen State Bank. After reviewing the totals for the various departments, budgets are correct, the bank statements have been reconciled, and I believe the June financials can be approved. Unless there are questions.
Make a motion to approve
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. A motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.